Lord Baphomet has sent me to bring your head. You won't escape the Ivory Hunter. Your bones will join the myriad of others. Sick 'em.
Defeat is not an option.
Oh, fuck my life. This is going to be painful. For so many reasons. Let's do a speed up. Arushale, gonna recommend that you just you wait as well. They are chaotic evil dragons, okay. Right. Lan, you're no longer fatigued. Yep, that's a problem.
Make every strike.
Okay, let's hope this goes well. Bit of haste and did not let her use it. That's okay. Heal mass. There we go. We've all got way too much health now. Okay, now I'm feeling confident again. Why is there 3 overgrown lizards? Inga Magor is coming as well. Yep, so glad that I made sure to give us a metric crap ton of health. And nobody should be fatigued anymore because we're now, yeah, hasted. So, this should be a simple one now.
You've crossed the
Right, I forget. They do go down easily. It's just remembering how to keep them down. I do not remember what keeps them down. But it's not thunder or lightning. Now we know. I'm very sure it's not lightning, fire, but what we are going to do is have Darian do an amazing spell, just like good old, what's-her-face did, Nenio. That's right, kill the Shadow Demon. And now I've got to figure out how to kill the rest of these idiots. I wonder, can you hit him? That's a high AC. Okay. He's going to be a problem. Nenio, you want to just like move to about there? Thank you. Oh, you son of a... There we go. I mean, we knocked him over, which is funny. Okay, let's get a prayer going. Haven't actually done any buffs yet, so I should really do that. I have no issues worrying about my health. We have way too much of it. Doesn't understand how I get sneak attacks, but I'm not going to argue either. Greybor. Stab.
Simply business.
To be fair, Greybor attacking probably is the best choice. Damn. I was hoping she could feeble mind it. Arushale. I guess the best thing to do is just make sure these don't get up. See if we can close to the heavens him. Yeah, 84 damage. I love it. Yeah, we're going to be taking a rest after this fight, so let's just shoot as many arrows as we can. Okay. Where's its Okay, 1 dex. Okay, 10 strength. Okay. They just have a metric crap ton of health. It's okay. They are dying. Summon an Azata. Yeah, I still don't know what actually kills these, so let's try a Stormbolt. No, it's not a Stormbolt. What's this one? Jolting Portent. Or Potent. Nope. Did not help.
Your peace.
Yeah, I mean, they're at very least on super low health.
You've crossed the wrong mark. You're in my way.
Hey, 1 dead. Yeah, Nenio, just stay there. I don't really have anything that does will do anything else to get rid of these. So this is just a a waiting game at this point. Oh, cool, I can charge. Awesome. And I've made his AC too high because he's now in combat.
You had your chance.
Mind over muscle.
Oh, I was hoping Nenio could have killed him. What about Darian? No.
Prepare yourself.
Arushale should be, yeah, I'm going to say it's a given that Arushale will kill it.
Simply business.
Desna, guide my hand.
Did you see that?
Eventually, they'll die.
You are lacking. Concentrate on your mistakes.
While that happens, I'm just going to get a drink. There we go. Brave War, you can kill the last one now. And there we go. And that is the reason we keep Grey Boar.
Let us press on.
Oh wow, that's some fucking loot. Ivory Hunter's Key. Nice one. I'm assuming he killed a few people. The weakness is cold iron weapons, by the way. I looked it up during the fight, but watching you wail and then 50 minutes away to fight. Oh, dude, no, I have cold iron stuff. That's the weakness doesn't matter. Like, look, this weapon here. Okay, this one's not. Wait. When the fuck did I take off my cold iron stuff? Okay. Should have told me that earlier. Fuck you. I thought some of my weapons were cold iron actually. That's fucking funny to be fair. Oh well, be right. be fair, I agree. Wailing on blizzards is way funnier. Thank you, Pada. I still can't believe I've been up for ages and it's only 2:30. It feels weird. I mean, I've got cold iron. It's just that I just don't want it. All right, now we will see what's up with the capsule. Then we'll rest. Our development? No, no one cares about that. Hey, now we just gotta take here. We gotta take the last part, and we're golden. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, you're gonna really find yourself not able to get there quickly, aren't you? A true shame. A true shame. Going to assume we should probably get rid of those, the dragon. It just feels right, you know? And then we'll get rid of the liches. So it feels like it's 10 PM, but it's still bright. Well, massively overcast outside. Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. I've essentially been living nights for the last couple of months, and yeah, it feels weird being awake in the day now. I must admit, though, I do love that the Owlcat never stopped improving this mode. Like, they continue to work on it for ages, which is so good. You do love your working hours, though. You've got all afternoon to stick around. Fair. As long as you enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, as long as you love your working hours, it doesn't really matter, does it? The Crusaders encountered a group of volunteers from Ustalav who joined the Crusade around 60 years ago. Unfortunately, their leader, an influential noble, turned out to be an undercover vampire. He corrupted his army, spreading the plague of undeath among his soldiers. Before putting his unholy corpse to the torch, the Crusaders stripped his body of ancient relics of his family. And she's leveled up to level 19. Kill some dragons, let's do it. We'll take that one first. For him, if no overtime to 11 AM is sweet spot for me. Fair, dude. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, like that's what I said. Good. And just like that, no casualties. We are broken. Once upon a time, an altar of a dragon god, Apsu, stood atop this high mountain. His noble children used to protect this place of power from demons, but the corruption of the Worldwound devoured their bodies and minds, turning them into undead monsters. However, even after having lost their sanity, they never harmed the sacred altar. Even though I don't need to kill those armies, I'm just going to keep going. Also, I don't know why I didn't go this way. Yeah, that was my own fault there. Okay, back to us. Let us have a rest. Easy, get good, dragon cunts. Indeed. I mean, they probably tried. They just didn't try hard enough, you know? Okay, city in the wasteland. Let's go. It is a warm, sunny day in the wound. Perhaps too warm and sunny. The Sakorian wastelands are roasting in the heat of the purple, shimmering sun. Even demonic plants are unable to survive here. They suffocate in the red dust of the plains. A hot wind sweeps across the wasteland, leaving the commander with the taste of ash and sulfur in his mouth. The commander can see for miles around in every direction. If there were any enemies nearby, they would not be able to sneak up on him unnoticed. However, it does not look like anyone has survived the excruciating heat in the wound. The only sound of life is the sound of insects buzzing nearby. Their chittering noises sound like harsh, rasping laughter. Heat causes the air to shimmer slightly, and through the haze, the commander notices the walls of the city rising in the up a short distance from the road. Is this a lost Sakorian city, a demonic trap, or just the trick of the mind? The walls look real, but perhaps they are only mirage. The commander realizes that it's impossible to tell from this distance, so he decides to explore the mysterious city. The walls are partially buried in the red sand, and as the commander draws closer, he realizes this is not a city, but the sun-bleached remains of the Sakorian settlement. The buzzing grows louder, and the commander can see vescivores perched on the stone slabs as they bask in the sun. The husk of the dead kin crunch beneath the commander's feet with every step. The commander notices rotten wooden pillars covered in faded Sakorian runes. The top of the pillars have been gnawed into sharp points, making them look like wooden stakes. The highest of these pillars seems to be the signpost in the middle of what used to be a busy crossroads. The passage of time has worn away all but 3 words on the signpost: square, marketplace, and gem. The commander decides to search for the Vescivore Queen. Oh my god, you can even select who does the things now. My god, they've just made this game better. Arushale examines the house closely. It looks like a battle took place here. The walls of the house have been damaged or destroyed, and all that is left of the roof are a few wooden beams. The commander turns their attention to the insects. He notices that all the vesicles seem to be flying in the direction towards the city square. Then identify the city using the knowledge of Sakorian history. Fail by Nenio. Oh wow, she rolled in that one. That's... Nenio looks around but sees nothing that could help shed any light on the city's past. We'll go to the square. One second, guys. I've done something to my foot and it's... Wait. There we go. Sorry about that. The winding street that lead to the square is lined with partially destroyed houses. Many of them only have 3 walls, and others are nothing more than piles of rubble. The commander notices more and more vescivores flying around, and the air is filled with a strange acrid smell. The square is completely empty, but the doors of Gozrev's temple swing open. A woman emerges through them and begins to limp towards the commander. She is stripped to the waist and looks as if though the insects are squirmed beneath her skin. Liver mortis has discolored, her withered shriveled flesh, turning it a blotchy purple color. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words command in a low buzz that is neither masculine nor feminine. Vervazor welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. The woman falls silent and then collapses to the ground. A small swarm of vescivores fly out of her motionless corpse. The insects hover near the commander as if waiting for him to follow them. The commander decides to follow the swarm. The swarm flies through the air, unhindered by the obstacle on the ground. The commander has to climb over debris and walk through partially collapsed buildings to follow the buzzing insects. Finally, the swarm flies down to the blissful, cool, dark hole beneath one of the walls. It does not look large enough for one person to fit through. The commander decides to examine those walls and try to find another way around. Arushale feels along the side of the wall and finds a hidden door. She presses the nearby stone, triggering a mechanism that causes the door to swing open with a creaking sound. The cool, damp air of the underground passage feels good against the commander's hot skin, but the chittering of the vescivores becomes even more intense. The commander finds himself in a labyrinth of underground passageways. These are obviously not natural caverns, although the stonework of the underground aqueduct, quite a rarity for Sakoris, is almost completely hidden under a layer of swarming vescivores. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor squirm and move like a bowl of living creatures. foul of living creature. The insects block all the passages except for one, and this passage is growing smaller and smaller by the minute, prompting the commander to move faster. The passage ends abruptly, and the commander finds himself staring down into a huge well. The passage is dimly lit, but the bottom of the well is lost in impenetrable darkness. This could be the area beneath the water tower, but it's also impossible to know for sure about the map of the underground passages. What is that? The well is filled with the sound of buzzing vescivores, and the commander can smell their sweet scent wafting up from the darkness. The smell reminds him of the sweet caramel sought at Kenabres City Festival. Memories of that day come flooding back. For a moment, the commander feels as though he's back in the town square, as if he has to answer to his thoughts. The giant figure of Deskari rises up from the depths of the well. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt pierces the Demon Lord, and the figure dissipates into thousands of swarming vescivores. Both Deskari and the bolt were formed out of insects. More scenes flash before the commander's eyes. Ash and smoke fill the sky during the battle for Dresden, leaving a sour taste on the commander's tongue. Both familiar and unfamiliar people and places appear for a moment and then vanish. It is as if some unknown creature is trying to see into the commander's mind and access his memories. The creature seems tentative and cautious, almost as if it's seeking the commander's permission. The commander decides it's time to fight back against the Vescivore. The commander musters up his strength and manages to free himself from the hive mind of the Vescivores. The vision fades, and the silent conversation comes to an end. For a moment, the swarm hovers quietly in the air before launching itself at the commander. He quickly decides to fight. The commander tries to attack the swarm, but there are just too many Vescivores. The dead insects are immediately replaced by others in the endless, relentless onslaught. There's only one thing left to do. Flee. Samael tries to escape the swarm. Vescivores attack him from every direction as he rushes back up the narrow passage to the surface. The storm is so dense, some of the Vescivores end up biting and devouring their own kin. The buzzing of the insects is so loud, it sounds like a rumble of an erupting volcano, yet somehow Samael manages to escape unharmed. The commander gave the swarm the information it wanted. The Vescivores will not stand in his way. The swarm bids the commander farewell, and it flies back down the well. The commander is free to live. After being in the cool air underground, the heat outside feels even more unbearable. The sightless eyes of the city's residents are fixed on the commander. With the commander glances around at these silent onlookers, he feels an overwhelming desire to burn this place to the ground. The city is in flames, but no one tries to extinguish the fire. The Vescivores simply leave their shells of flesh behind and fly up into the air to observe the conflagration. The rotting corpses turn to ash, and the walls are covered in soot, but this city was dead long before fire ever touched it.